I go places, if I run into somebody that's cool and we're like vibing, and this was when I was out in the streets. I'm not so much out in the streets anymore. But like if I was at a bar or something and I saw a cute, cool girl that she looked like she's having fun. I mean, she don't gotta be cute. That's not like a thing that has to happen.
Girl, the
for
people
my
is gonna be like, why she gotta be cute?
Right. Let me go ahead for y'all drag me on social media. But no, like if she, is on that vibe, the same vibe I'm on, I'm like, hey girl, let's get a drink. Let's take a shot. That kind of thing.
You're tuned in to the Dear Aunty Podcast with Carm and Koe. Welcome to the Dear Aunty Podcast. It's your two favorite aunties.
Yes.
Even though y'all don't know that yet because this is episode 1, season 1, but we are here.
We're here. And I think, before we start, we should cheers to that.
Definitely.
We should definitely cheers to new beginnings.
To the first of many fabulous Dear Aunty episodes.
I'm excited.
So y'all are tuned in. Obviously, you're here because you rock with one of us, because how else would you know about this brand new podcast? Well, we are coming together to share our experiences. I believe you don't have to be an expert to have valuable experiences to share, right? I also believe that the aunties are like the missing link.
They need more aunties out here.
We need more
aunties.
Y'all need more aunties.
Yep.
And here we are.
Right
so
here.
if you happen to not be blessed enough to have an auntie in your life, pull up to the Dear Aunty Podcast. We got you covered. We're going to be sharing with y'all our real lives as much as our husbands will allow us to. Real lives-ish.
Yeah, there you go.
And advice. So you all will have an opportunity to submit questions. We got a couple juicy questions that we're going to get into in just a second. And we're going to have some fun.
I'm all about the fun.
The sangria is all about the fun.
Yes, it's fun in a leopard glass, of course. It's apropos for auntie.
Yes,
matches
auntie
your
vibes.
fit. So,
auntie vibes.
Yeah, I'm ready. What we about to do?
Let's get into it.
Yes.
So we want to start with our
temperature check.
Yes,
our
we gotta
temperature
check in.
We need to figure out how we're doing first of all.
Gotta
Before
start
we
there.
get into everybody else's lives, we need to check in with ourselves.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm gonna start with you on a scale of 1 to 10. How you feeling?
So are we talking today or are we talking in this season?
You know what? That's a good question. Let's go within this season because I feel like
today
day
was some
is
shit.
just same. So we're not gonna focus
we don't want
on
to base
that.
it off of this one day.
Correct. So this season.
I'm going to say I am about I'm going to say a 7, even though that's kind of cheating because 7 is just like average. It's the easy answer. But I'm going to take the easy route this week, okay? Next week I'm going to have a new answer. But this week I'm going to say a 7 because I am very much so still in my postpartum transition, still very much so figuring out and navigating what being a mom of 2 looks like.
You're a mama and auntie.
I am,
technically.
Rich auntie, mom vibes, hot mom.
Got it.
Hot wife.
I don't know how you do it all.
Me either. And that is why I'm at a 7 because I don't know how I do it all.
Okay.
How about you?
Right now, so I'm the one who asked the question, but I'm like 1 to 10. So 10 is like you're doing amazing.
10 is like can't get any better. Living the life of my dreams.
Yeah. So right now, to be honest, sis, I'm probably like at a 4.5.
4.5.
A solid 4.5. This season has been treacherous for your girl.
Has it?
It really has. But you know what? I feel like the bounce back is on its way.
Coming.
I'm getting excited. I had a conversation with God last night. He told me everything was going to be all right.
Come on, conversation with God.
So I said, and we've all been through it. We're aunties, we're seasoned. Things go up and down. Yep. And so I'm thankful for my little 4.5.
Well, wait, you got to tell us the 4.5. What's happening?
Well, right now there's a lot of transitions with work and entrepreneurship and relationships and friendships. And my God, I'm like, okay, I need to sit down somewhere. I would love to sit down somewhere. Yeah.
Wouldn't we all love to sit?
Yeah, that would be nice.
I was literally having a conversation with a gentleman who went to jail. And when he got out of jail, he had like this genius business plan. Not only did he have the plan, he's actually executing that thing. And when I sat down with him, I was like, you know what? You had an opportunity to sit down.
That's right.
That a lot of people don't have. Now, I'm not trying to go to jail. Let's just be clear. However, that's the good part.
blessing.
The blessing in the BS, right?
Yeah.
Is that you had an opportunity to sit down and think, and most of us just don't have the opportunity to do that.
That's so real. Like, I would just like a moment, like if I could just go off to like Arizona or someplace. I don't know why everybody wants to go to Arizona, but if I just see it as like the peaceful
Have you been to Arizona?
land. I've been to Arizona one time, and that was a long time ago.
Girl, the food, you got to go back.
I want to go back.
You have to go back.
And I want to go to Sedona where I can just look at the mountains. And I'm in a movie.
Is that the city that's like super peaceful? It's like a spiritual awakening you go there for? Okay.
Yeah, I just want to be like, in those movies, Eat, Pray, Love, like sitting in my, suite, looking out the window at the mountains.
Figuring your life out.
Get a mud bath and that kind of thing, and have the native people sprinkle some shit all around me. That's what I want.
Auntie.
That
is giving auntie. That is an auntie retreat. Yeah. I have heard this, like the air in Sedona is different. It's just like you leave just lighter, just with a new lease on life. Well, I'm gonna go. Yes, we might all be going.
Because, I keep saying, and you talked about jail earlier, I don't know if the people want me in the crazy house or the jail house, but
don't go to either one.
Okay.
They
I'm gonna try.
You there? Okay.
I'm gonna try. And so 4.5 it is for me, sister.
4.5.
Thanks for asking.
Listen, it's gonna be better next week, okay? Next week we're gonna be better. So are you ready to sit in the hot seat?
I am. I've been in the, like I just said, I've been in the hot seat.
I'm excited to see your answer for this question based on your last answer, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
So my hot seat question for the day, if you had to name a movie that describes your life in this current season, based on the title, not the storyline.
Okay.
What movie would your life be?
All right, good question. I think I'm going to go with Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
That's a very 4.5 answer. Okay.
Lord have mercy. Sis, I'm so mad.
What is making you so upset?
I just feel like I'm in the season where you know how you always have to be the bigger person.
Yes.
Right? When you're in leadership.
You want to be the little person?
I want to be a little person.
I want to be the skinny bitch. I'm tired of being the bigger person.
Because at this moment, I just feel like it's been years and years of me being the bigger person. And I'm just like...
Is somebody trying you? Somebody playing in your face?
I just feel like I show people so much grace, or I try to show people so much grace, and I don't feel like it's always reciprocated. And so now I'm just mad for a little bit. And I'm allowing myself to be mad. Because I used to not allow myself to get in that space. I used to talk myself off the cliff. And I used to say, Carm, you got 24 hours to get your shit together. Right? But now I'm just like... I'm mad.
How long you gonna stay mad?
I'm mad today. I'm gonna give myself another 72 hours.
Girl, not 3 more days. Okay.
3 more business days.
You know what though? This is some auntie advice. Because I think we talk about giving yourself grace, like not being hard on yourself, but we don't often talk about giving yourself space to really feel your emotions and not try to suppress them. So many Black women, I always talk about Black women because I only know Black women, I don't know anybody else. But so many Black women try to sweep our issues under the rug. We try to people please.
Absolutely.
Okay, we don't want to ruffle any feathers. I'll deal with it.
You don't want to look like the aggressive one.
Or you don't want to look like the weak one.
Or the weak one.
You just don't want to look like whatever you think people don't want you looking like.
Correct.
And so I think that this is, even though I don't want you to be a 4, I think it's good that you are giving yourself the time and the space to feel how you feel and not feel like, okay, I got to get over it, because you don't.
Because young Carmen would have totally been like, oh, I feel like a 10. Because I wouldn't want anybody to know that I felt like a 4. But now I'm just like, I feel like a 4.
So I think our 20s are full of like perfect Patty.
Yeah.
Like you got to have it all together. You got to have the perfect face. You got to have, and I don't mean perfect face like beat to the guys.
Like these faces.
Right, not these faces. But you have to be on at all times. You have to, and by 30, you're like, girl, you're going to get what you're going to get. I'm excited to see what 40 is. It ain't here yet, okay? But I'm excited to see we're pushing it a little bit. What this new lease on life is going to look like for us. Just a new level of get somebody else to do it.
Yeah, you gonna have to get somebody else to do it.
Because your girl ain't coming. I'm not doing it. Invite me, but I'm not
Hear me when I say.
Yeah.
I heard the 40s it's like the time of your life. So I
heard the sex is really good as well.
Well, that's what I heard as well.
Yeah,
we're looking forward to that as well. So hey, it's so many things to look forward to in your 40s.
It is, but again, we are not there yet.
Good credit.
They're gonna give me a 800 when I turn 40?
Yeah, when you turn 40, apparently.
They could give you one. Okay. Yeah. Well then,
cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
All right.
So my movie, It's Bebe's kids.
Not Bebe's
y'all. My kid. Let me just tell y'all what my child did to me yesterday. Okay.
I was not expecting that.
I'm Bebe. Okay. And my kids are bad as hell. Really, my kid. Because I have one. My 4-month-old. He ain't doing nothing. He's chilling. He's just chilling. But baby, that 2-year-old turned up on me in the streets yesterday.
They say it's the terrible twos.
They say it's the terrible twos, but I've even heard that it gets worse at 3. So I am really discouraged about the next few years because as soon as he turns 3, my baby's going to be turning 1. You know, like it's just going to be I'm going to get out of the 3s and he's going to be turning 2 and pray for me.
But look at it like this. You would have already done it. Mm-hmm. So now you have the experience.
Mm-hmm. So to do it again.
Yeah, to do it again. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like childbirth. Like, don't you forget the pain.
You forget the pain, but you're not looking forward to doing it again. It's like this baby has to come out, so okay, we'll do it. You know,
okay.
So we'll see. I'm Bebe's kid this week.
Bebe's kids. I was totally not expecting that answer, but I'm glad you were honest.
I'm honest, and also this is an advice show, right? But
absolutely.
I need some advice. Okay. So in the comments, whenever you happen to watch this, if you happen to have kids.
I was going to say, I hope you're talking to the audience because you can't be talking to me.
What do y'all do? What do y'all do when your kids embarrass you in public? Comment below and let me know.
Well, back in the day, they used to grab you by the arm real tight and twist it a little bit. Just do a little twist. That's what they used to do back in the day.
Can you do that?
I don't know. They might call the people on you if you do it nowadays.
Yeah.
But I mean, it worked.
It did work.
I
was afraid of my mom. My kids are not afraid of me. Oh, yeah.
My mom used to clench her teeth together.
Girl, just that eye.
Baby, if she clenched them teeth, it was a wrap.
It's over with. And you just did what you're supposed to do. Yeah, hopefully I'll get that, but I ain't got it yet.
Well, you know, I'm proud of you either way. Being a mom is not an easy job. And to be as fabulous as you are and to have as many jobs as you got, girls, you Jamaican?
I'm Jamaican.
Okay.
So yes.
There it goes. It proves my point. So our next topic that we're getting into is Auntie would never.
Now listen, little young girls, little fast tail young girls. That was real auntie, right?
I feel like fast
tail young girls. This is what you should not do. It's probably things that we actually have done that we've learned from. Possibly.
Maybe.
We'll see.
So let's see. The first topic up is Auntie would never date or sleep with a friend's ex. Right?
How about y'all little fast tail girls? Would you have you? Carmen, this is for you. Would you have you?
Oh, you asking me. Well, see, I would never.
Okay.
Auntie would never.
Okay.
Only because, one, it's just, who wants the drama? If you call yourself a good friend, I don't think that's something that you should even be considering. You know, I always try my very best to make any of my friends' men to feel like my homie.
Your homie, yeah.
My homie, my friend. You know, I never want to think about anything outside of that.
That's it.
So that's my answer. I would never, but I know some girls out here in the streets are doing that.
They do it.
So I heard.
Do it. So this actually happened to me.
Oh.
So I have been on the other side of it, which even before it happened to me, I wouldn't have done it. So I'm not saying I wouldn't do it because it was done to me. I just feel like I have a moral compass that would never.
How does your moral compass
allow me to do it?
In that direction.
Yeah, I think that it causes a extreme mistrust. Mm-hmm. You don't trust people.
Yeah.
Once that happens to you, and in my case, if you're watching, I'm talking about you. In my case, it was a line sister with an ex. So that to me is like a step.
That's
above.
Like a double.
That's like a double because sis, we supposed to
a double whammy.
It's a double whammy. So because I've been on the other side of it, it made me think, was you plotting on him the whole time?
Right.
We used to go on like third wheel dates together, like she hanging out with us, and then I'm like, sis, you were definitely plotting on him.
Wow.
So
that's nasty.
Don't do it.
That's nasty work.
It's nasty from the sense of like it's just nasty, but then it's also like your morals. You don't have any morals or values. What about the other way though, Carmen? You wouldn't date a friend's ex. Would you date an ex's friend?
Would I date an ex's friend? No, I still wouldn't. Honestly, because it's just too close to home for me. It's too close to home for me. I'm actually a pretty private person. Although I share a lot on social media, and that's the key to sharing on social media. You share what you want to share. That's another lesson.
Make y'all think y'all know our business.
Share what you want to share, right? I pretty much don't want people in my business. And so if you are a friend of my ex, you already know too much.
Okay.
I'm going to start fresh. I need a fresh, clean slate.
This is true. I didn't think about that. But yeah, you probably know my business.
Yeah.
I need you to know what I introduce you to,
Absolutely,
not what
'cause
someone
I've
else
changed.
has. Yeah, I'm not her.
I've changed.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, me
Yeah.
either, obviously. The answer is absolutely not.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to get into our Dear Auntie segment.
Ooh, it's scandalous.
In this segment, we are going to answer a question from y'all. Okay, so this one isn't that spicy. It's a little mild. Okay, so Dear Auntie, I've had a friend for the last 10 years who I now think might be a secret hater. I don't think we should be friends anymore, but I feel bad for letting her go. What should I do?
Oh, my. That's the story
It's a lot to unpack
of
there.
many women have that story.
This adult friendship thing.
It's hard. It's truly one of the most difficult things I've ever done.
It is it's challenging, and I think I am friend challenged anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't see that.
I know people.
You're so friendly.
I had 14 bridesmaids.
Oh,
Yeah.
you had a lot of.
But I feel like I have very surface level friendships.
Got
I don't
you.
have, I was going to say a handful, but it's probably like 2
Now, why do you think that
deep
is?
friendships. I got trust issues.
Okay, well,
Hey, Mom.
sound like a Libra to me.
Is that a Libra thing? I feel like I got mommy issues. Those mommy issues turn into trust issues.
No,
Don't
mommy
judge me in the
issues-
comments. Let me know if you can feel me on that.
Mommy issues really do contribute to how you
Deal
show
with
up in
women.
friendships.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom was always a girl's girl. Like she had a lot of friends. She's very open. Never saw her like hating or talking down on other women. So that's kind of how I roll. So I wouldn't say I have trust issues, but I definitely, at this stage of my life, I think I'm trying to choose my friends a little bit more wisely because I'm just the kind of girl that's like, hey, girl, come on in.
Are you?
Yes. I'm
You
like,
just out here waving them
yeah,
in.
come on in here. Yeah,
I love it.
Yes. And so my mom, I used to get in trouble in school for that. Like I used to bring people home. I'm like, that's my cousin. That's my bestie. You want some ice cream money?
Stop it.
Yeah. And my mom like, you got to stop giving people your ice cream money. You got to stop letting them wear your clothes. Like, come on.
I love it.
And so that's just kind of how I am. But I totally get why you would have trust issues because
Yeah.
of the things that we see and hear every day.
The things we see in here. And then to your point too, I didn't ever think about how my parents related to other people until I started looking at my own relationships. Like, wait a minute. So my mom is not a social butterfly by any means, and neither is my dad. My dad, honestly, when I really sat and thought about this, is deep, okay?
Uh-oh.
When I really sat and thought about this, no, it's not like crazy. But I don't remember one friend.
Really?
Like, I can't name a friend that my dad has.
Okay.
So I think because I didn't see a lot of friendships growing up, obviously I
Yeah.
had friends when I was a little girl, but I don't think that I truly
Understood,
valued them or
yeah.
felt like I needed friends because I didn't
You
see
didn't
that.
see it.
So,
Got you. And you didn't feel like maybe that was like an important thing that you
yeah, I didn't feel like,
needed.
okay, I need to have friends. I'm very
Yeah.
much so a loner. I enjoy my own
But
company.
that's good. That's also, see, there needs to be a balance because
Okay.
that's also a good trait to have, to be a loner.
Yeah.
Like to be able to be by yourself. I was just having this conversation the other day. To be able to be by yourself and in your own company shows that you have emotional maturity and development. Yeah, because you don't need other
The
people for
validation of other
validation.
people. Got you.
You don't need people to motivate you and to continue to do whatever it is that you're doing every day. But I do think having a social life and having that community is a vital part of your development
is.
as well. So
It is. And especially once you step over into the world of being a wife, then
Yeah.
you realize even more the
How much you
need
need that village.
to have friends. Yeah, yeah, for sure. So
Mhm.
all learned
we
lessons.
done got off track. I don't
Girl,
know
we
what the
done got off
question
track.
was.
Not really, because we're talking about adult friendships. Sis,
Okay.
we're gonna answer your question in just a second. But in my friend circle, I literally have one solid friend that I met as an adult, like
Yeah.
post college, like as a real adult in my grown life. Other than that, it's like childhood friends, high school
Yeah.
friends. Have you met a lot of friends as an adult? How do you meet friends? You really go out and be like, come on
I
in.
really like when I go places, if I run into somebody that's cool and we're like vibing, and this was when I was out in the streets. I'm not so much out in the streets anymore. But like if I was at a bar or something and I saw a cute, cool girl that she looked like she's having fun, I mean, she don't gotta be cute. That's not like a thing that has to happen
Girl, the
for
people
my
was gonna be like, wait, she gotta be
friendship.
cute.
Right. Let me go ahead for y'all drag me on social media. But no, like if she, is on that vibe, the same vibe I'm on, I'm like, hey girl, let's get a drink, let's take a shot, that kind of thing. And
You're a fun girl.
Yeah, I've actually made friends that way, friends that I still have to this day. So in terms of how I make my other friends, it's usually through networking, or I may have a friend and they may introduce me to someone else, and then we become friends, and it kind of just trickles. Trickles out.
Maybe I can't even count my other friend because I met her through other friends. So
no, I mean, it's
it
still
only
a
counts
friend.
if I meet her out in public.
No, it's still a friend. And it's hard to meet friends at this age. It really is.
At this big age,
when everyone is so busy and everybody's running around, it really is truly hard. And so I've just been praying for more genuine friendships.
I want deeper friendships. I want to work through my trust issues.
Yes.
Because I think the surface level, it's like a hey girlfriend, but not like a girl, I'm going through it. Let me tell you what is.
Because I'm tired of venting to the same one.
Wearing they little line
I'm so
out,
tired
boy.
of it. And I know she like, girl, go talk to your therapist.
Right. Hit up somebody else. It's a lot. Life be lifing. Life be lifing. So you just said, well, I know you didn't mean she has to be cute, but it made me think about something I saw on Twitter, and then we really are going to answer your question, okay?
We think.
But I saw someone on Twitter that said, basically, I have a decent amount of money, right? I can't be friends with you if you don't have the same amount of money. Mm-hmm. Now, to a certain extent, I feel like I know what she meant. I don't think her delivery was the best.
Got you.
But I feel like what she was trying to say is, like, what are we going to do together if we can't do the same things?
The same kind of thing.
I feel that way in terms of travel. Okay. I don't want to travel with somebody who's now we don't have to be making the same amount and have the same budget.
You always ask. You gonna ask it. How much is
if you gotta ask how much
are the crab cakes?
Or if you like, I'ma just stay back.
How much are the shots?
No,
sister,
you have to stay back at
home.
The shot. And you have to stay. And I'm not buying it. We're not doing that either because I've done that also. Like, okay, you don't have it. I'll just come on. Yeah. So I get it, but how do you feel about that?
I mean, honestly, I have friends for different reasons, friends that I do different things with. So I may have friends that I know I can go to Greece with, and then I may have friends that I know I could go down to the chicken hut with.
And I have friends that I can only call you.
I can only
this
call
is a phone call friendship.
Yeah, some of you all I only meet you at the club. And I really truly go to the club anymore.
For that.
But I think everybody has their purpose and plays their role, and I don't see anything wrong with that. Now, I think everyone can have their own standards when it comes to friendship. That's not my personal MO. I'm friends with people of all backgrounds and all kinds of people.
And to your point, different friends do different things.
Exactly.
You can have your travel friend. You can have your brunch friend. Yes. Everybody enjoys different things. So I think just putting people in different pockets.
Absolutely.
Or, based on whatever.
Absolutely.
Okay, so to answer this young lady's question,
because
let me read it again.
Sorry, sister.
Because we definitely got off track. So I've had a friend for the last 10 years who I now think might be a secret hater. So you've been friends for a decade. I want to know what makes you think she's a hater.
Like, what is she doing?
Like, are you noticing she's like saying some little, like, oh, your little business?
Ooh,
what is she doing to hate on you? What is she doing to hate on you?
That makes somebody see red when you say that.
Are you telling her your ideas and she's like, no, I don't think that's a good one. I don't think that's going to work. Who's going to pay for that? Like, why would anybody do that? So she's a hater, obviously. Right. Whatever she's doing, she's a hating ass friend. But you don't want to let her go because you've been friends for so long. I'm assuming, what should I do? What do you think she should do? Because I feel like you're more of a friend expert than me.
I mean, I'm totally not a friend expert, but I think in this case, this is tough because you can't really accuse somebody of being a hater. Right? You can't? No, you can't just be like, girl, I feel like you hate on me.
Are you hating on me?
Yeah, because then they're like, girl, you so full of yourself. Ain't nobody think about you.
But you might be a hater.
Yeah, but you might low-key be a hater, right? And I've been in this situation before where I'm like, is she doing a thing with me? But I never honestly I think my best advice would be this. I don't think you should mention that you think she's a hater.
Okay.
I think that you should talk to her. Hey, girl, I've been noticing A, B, C, and D. Is everything okay? Is everything good? Mm-hmm. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. That kind of thing. Let's go out for drinks. Maybe approach it that way, but I would never straight out the gate be like,
you a hater.
You hating ass heifer.
Yeah, I would not. I am non-confrontational. So I am not going to verbally.
Yeah.
I'm a ghoster. I am a ghost. Hello, I'm Koe, and I am a ghost.
You're a ghoster.
I
Casper
will
the Casper the
disappear.
Koe.
I will disappear. Literally. And you'll be like, girl, what? Wait a minute. I ain't heard from. Because I don't want to argue. I feel a lot of times, and this might be Koe 1.0. I might be ready to step up to 2.0.
There you go.
But I feel like a lot of times sometimes when you bring up these conversations, it's like, is this really going to change, or are you just going to say something to pacify me?
Is this going to get anywhere?
Is this worth is there something here to salvage? I guess is what I would want to figure out.
That's a good point.
Because if I say, girl, something's weird, and then you got an attitude, and now it's awkward every time we see each other, then we're not friends really anyway. Mm-hmm. So I would want to know a little bit more of the details, but I do appreciate your advice of like, just lighten it up a little bit. Don't be like, girl, you a hater.
Yeah, coming straight out the gate like that is never going to give you good results. You're going to have to put a little honey in there. Sweeten it up a little bit, and to your point, approach it from the perspective of see how they react. See how they react to what you're saying, because if they do react in a way that's volatile, maybe y'all shouldn't be friends, or maybe y'all should take a little pause for a second and let everybody cool off.
Have you had a friend pause?
I have. I've
What
had a
does
friend
that
pause.
look like?
Oh my God, I've had several.
Really?
Yeah. 3 actually. Longtime friends. We've had falling outs for whatever reason. I've always been the one to rekindle.
Have you?
I have always been that girl, just because I don't like petty stuff. Like, I just don't. Or I have to know why. Mm-hmm. Like, I have to know,
you need
like,
some closure.
Yeah, how did we get here? Because we was just kicking it, right? And so I've had several friends that I've reached back out to and been like, what's up? What happened back there? And
how did it work out? Did you like pick back up and move on, or was it like weird?
Well, some of them are still a little rocky. I wasn't expecting that we was gonna be at BFFs, but I'm just happy to know it's no beef there.
No bad blood.
No bad blood. She don't wish me, wish ill on me. I don't wish ill on her. That kind of thing. And so that's happened pretty recently, actually, where I asked somebody, I was like, look, let's go to Starbucks and figure this out. And so I asked her, I said, did I do something to you? She's like, no, not, you didn't. I just assumed you needed some time and space, and what a lot of people do in friendships is they project. Mm-hmm. Whatever's happening in their life, whatever they think is going on, they project it onto other people. Mm-hmm. And that in itself can lead to a whole lot of miscommunication and a whole lot of unnecessary ill feelings. And so you might be projecting right now, sis. We don't know.
You might be the hater.
You might be the projector.
That's true.
So I think clear-cut communication is just the major key in any relationship, and it's easier said than done. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to have these conversations.
I don't.
They're draining. Mm-hmm. At our big age, we don't want to have those conversations, but they're necessary if we are going to be in relationships, the kind of relationships we claim we want to be in.
Facts.
Yeah.
So I have not had a friend pause.
Really?
But in the last year, I've had 2 friend breakups. And again, I have a handful of
That's
friends.
a lot.
Out of the 14,
in terms of grief,
bridesmaids.
Yeah.
One was a cousin, one was a sister, 2 of my nieces, so those 4 don't count. So we talk about 10.
Okay, 10. 10 left. You
and
got
we're
10
down
left.
to 8. No.
Oh, I can't do math.
10 minus 2, we down to 8.
You're down to 8.
We're down to 8. Okay. And I think that is what was hardest for me, is that I've been friends with these people for so long, and then it's like I have a wedding and now we're not. Weddings and funerals,
girl,
will show you who are your people.
People be acting a fool.
Acting a whole fool. What are you really here for? What are your intentions? How do you really feel about me? Mm. That is what I feel like. And you not happy for me?
The energy be off. I'm not gonna lie. The energy be off.
This is not y'all aren't. This isn't love.
Y'all gotta do better.
You gotta do better.
Be better friends. Be better friends when it comes to your friends' big occasions, weddings.
Just be happy for your friends.
Happy for your friends. It don't even have to be an occasion.
Just be happy for your friends. But you know what? It's hard to be happy for anyone else when you are not happy for yourself. Yeah. When you're not happy with yourself.
How you gonna win when you ain't right within?
It's a thing. So that was a challenge for me, surprisingly. It was the first time that I had real tough conversations. I felt very proud of myself because, again, I'm a ghost. And I was the one who initiated both.
Good for you.
Girl,
I'm
give me a
proud
high
of
five on that.
you.
Thank y'all.
I am so proud of you.
I am actually very proud, too. That's why we're talking about it, because I'm proud that I made it over this milestone. Because, again, I would just be like, okay, well, I'm not friends with her anymore.
Yeah.
But I felt like I'm too old. We're too mature. We've been through too much. Like, girl, let's just break up. And that's what we did. I had 2 breakups.
So you guys, like, amicably
like
went
this is
separate
not,
ways.
This is like a breakup. This is not working out anymore.
Wow, I've never done that. I've never done the actual
This
let's
is over.
break up.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, damn, I'm a grown man. You know what, Carmen? Have some kids. Your life will change. You will be like,
have kids, they say.
you will be a mature ass, evolved ass.
Because you really truly don't have time.
I don't have time
for
and
anything
this is not my
else.
priority anymore. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. The things that and that's the
Wow.
thing too, is when your life starts to go. And I want to ask you this too, because you're recently married.
I am.
Newlywed in the building on the
Yeah.
couch. So how did your friendships change, or did they? Have they?
I don't think.
How long have you been married?
I've only been married. What is this? June, 5 months. 4
Okay,
months.
so in the last 5 months,
Yeah.
has anything changed?
I don't think anything has necessarily changed, because kind of how I was rocking while we were dating is how I'm rocking
The same,
now.
okay.
Like, certain places I don't go anymore, certain things I don't do anymore. My friends haven't really been shady towards me or shady towards our marriage or anything like that. So I've been blessed to have good, support in that area. So I can't really say anything has changed for me in terms of my friendships. Now, one of my good friends did say when I got married, she was like, damn, you married for real. She's like, you gone. And I'm like, yeah, girl, I'm out of here,
Yeah.
And that's not to say that you can't kick it with your homegirls when you're married, but your life looks
different.
different. You have different set of obligations that you didn't have before.
And my thing though is like, ain't this the goal? Ain't this what we all have been talking about? This is what we wanted, right?
that's
I'm
what-
sitting around there. Ain't this what we
That's-
wanted, right? How you gonna be mad that it didn't happen for you first? To me, that madness is gonna keep it from happening. Period.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not for you. It wasn't for you. And that just...
In this time, that
in
doesn't
that
mean it's
time.
never for you, but that bad attitude is gonna keep it from
Hello,
you.
you could have maybe snagged you a groomsman or something.
Something, but you had a bad attitude. So,
Man,
yeah,
sister.
it's hard.
Well, her
I
loss.
don't know if did we give her advice? You did. You gave advice. You're going to have to run it back because we did a whole lot of talking around.
There you go.
But you did give some solid advice
we
to
meant
bring
what
it
we
up.
said.
Bring it up in
Yeah.
a non-confrontational way.
That's right.
Laugh it off a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Lighten it up.
and see how she responds.
Okay. I think that's good advice.
And then if she doesn't respond in a positive way, let's just put a little friendship pause on it really quick.
So wait, okay, let's go back to that because what did that look like?
So we just literally took a break. I don't think anybody said we're taking a pause. We just kind of stepped away and was like, ooh, this feels weird.
So how long were these pauses?
Months. Well, my last one was a year. And then we just reconnected. Actually, all of them were years.
Okay.
And then we reconnected.
You just picked back up like you never
Yeah, we were cool.
skipped a beat.
Yeah, because at some point you like that person, right? And if they didn't do something that was like asinine,
Ooh.
they didn't
Question.
have sex with your ex.
Got another question.
Yeah.
Deal breakers in friendships.
Ooh.
What are your friend deal breakers?
Oh, you definitely cannot run your mouth about any of my business to people who mean me harm. You definitely, like, that to me is just like, what are you doing, girl? You are the ops.
Definitely the
You
ops.
are the ops. Might as well put on a blue hat, sister.
For sure.
Like that, just constantly being draining.
That was the cause of one of my breakups.
Like, you're just always like, girl, do you
just
ever
always in
have
a bad
good
mood?
news?
Are you ever happy?
Do you ever have good news? And I'm just like, sis, at one point I could be Iyanla for everybody. At this point, not on my watch.
No.
Not on my watch.
Because I got my own stuff going on over here.
Yeah. And as you get older, you're like, dang, I got too much stuff going on to try to be your personal therapist. I think as good friends, you should support your friends when they're going through
Agree.
a time of need.
But you got to go through. You can't stay stuck.
Because we're not going to keep talking about Raekwon every month.
No, we're not.
We're just not going to do it.
I'm not. Maybe another friend. You don't put me in
You're
that
going to
box.
have to write in your
I'm
diary.
not in that friend category.
Instead of Dear Auntie, it need to be Dear Diary
It
at
has
that
to be,
point. Yeah.
But y'all can't write us about your man. We'll help y'all
Yeah.
out.
Talk to us.
We'll help y'all out.
Because we like talking about this, but, we do this once
This is what
every
we do.
blue moon. So
I would say for me, deal breakers, I be letting friends go. So I probably got a lot of deal breakers. But the big ones, I think so. I had a friend once that was like inappropriate, like came and stayed over and was like inappropriate.
Please don't tell me what I think you're about to say. Was she walking around in her drawers?
She was walking around in some shorts that might as well have been
Oh
drawers.
my God.
And I felt like,
why?
You ain't got no home training, because she don't have no home training.
Oh
and that's
my
just what
goodness.
it was. So that to me is, I won't say that's a deal breaker, but that's a red flag.
But you just don't have any respect for me.
And that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Because girl, girl, stop playing. What are we doing? So I would say that would be a red flag. I wouldn't necessarily like never talk to you again, but I'm definitely gonna be side-eyeing you, and we're gonna talk about like, what are you doing? We're gonna have to talk about it. So that, I think, as you mentioned, like the gossiping thing, I'm not a gossiping person.
I'm really not either.
I'm just not. So I don't really feel like I have a lot of gossipy friends. But if I did and I heard somebody was talking, that would be a problem because I am a pretty private person. So if somebody knows my business, you told them because I didn't.
Obviously.
Yeah. So that, and then, I dumped a friend one time a long time ago because she was a whore.
Oh my gosh.
These are facts. I'm sorry. I cannot be. This is.
What made her a whore?
We're being honest,
what
right?
What made her a whore?
Auntie is being honest.
Like, I gotta hear the
Homegirl
story.
had to go. She had too many hoe tendencies, and I didn't want that rubbing off on me.
Okay.
It was in my and I don't mean rubbing off like she was gonna
birds of a feather
flock together. So I don't mean rubbing off like she was gonna pressure me into doing something.
Gotcha.
But I don't want nobody to see us together and think that I'm that because I am not.
Got you.
So she would do things like sleeping with friends, like friend groups, like like. This friend, that friend, this friend. If you didn't sleep with 3 in the crew, I don't want to hang out with you in the crew because I'm not down. I am not down. I'm not that friend.
I completely get it.
So that's a no.
Completely.
So right?
I mean, I think we've all been in that situation before where we've had friends that do questionable things. We're like, oh, girl. Oh, girl, you're going to regret that in the morning.
And you can, and that's your business. So I don't want to seem like, perfect Patty.
Oh, I'm definitely not, but hey.
I think having fun and being a whore are 2 different things.
Yeah, and I just think that, at this point in time, we have to, at this age.
At this big age.
At this age, we have to kind of shift how we do things a little bit. To each his own.
To each his own.
But for me, I guess you're saying for you and your house.
For me and this was in my 20s when I was very much so.
Yeah.
I am positioning myself for a husband. I've been like that forever, ever, 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 ever.
Okay, so that's always been like your goal.
That has been not my end all be all goal in life. But yes, I wanted to be married. I want to have kids. I want to have a family. Yes. That has always been my thing. And she said that was her thing, but she was not carrying herself.
Gotcha.
Like it was her thing. And the straw
that broke.
The last straw.
That straw.
The last straw was us kind of double dating. And my guy made like some comment. I don't remember what it was, but the comment was insinuating that I was going to be doing whatever she was doing, and it was not going down. I know your heart
dropped down to you.
Yeah, it was just like, no, this is not that. But I see why you could think that. So let me get away from this girl. And I got away from that girl.
Oh, well, we're going to pray. We hope that she's doing well. We hope she's doing well these days.
Prayerfully she's doing well.
And
we don't know what she's doing. I never looked back. So in conclusion, I guess today's topic was adult friendships.
That's right. Absolutely.
Right?
I think that's what we were talking about, right?
I think that's I didn't take too many sips. I did not. Ty, have we been rambling? A little bit?
No.
Okay. So in conclusion, I got a couple of friendship tips.
Okay.
Why do I have friendship tips when I ain't even got no friends? I don't know, but we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it. So friend breakups are hard.
They're very hard.
That was the number one thing that I wrote down. I think even if you think that you don't need friends, they make you question things.
Yeah.
Because I wonder, were we ever really friends?
Yeah. And what were you thinking about me
the
whole
whole time? What were you thinking about me the whole time? Were you happy at my wedding? I have several. That was a
that's and then you have to grieve a person who's still alive. Like you have to grieve them.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
And several times, one of them I haven't thought about that much. But the other one was like my DM buddy on Instagram.
Okay.
Like I always think I'm always DMing you stuff. So I still see things and I'm like, damn, I ain't got nobody to share that with. So that part is hard. It's also hard to not feel guilty. Like, what did you do? Or could you have fixed it? Or were you the reason? Because it's easy to look at what you think they did, but what did you do?
That's the worst part. Just sitting in your room, looking at the ceiling.
Like Brandy.
Yes, and you're just like, dang, what did I do? And you're running back every conversation, and you're just like, okay, was it that? Was it that? Was it that? And honestly, you never will.
You never will.
Because
they're not going to tell you most of the time.
Yeah.
And then lastly, I think it's also common to wonder, like, are they going to tell my business now that we're not friends no more?
Yeah.
I think those people hang on to bad friendships.
That's the scariest part.
Yeah. But would you be willing to hang on to a bad friendship because you think they'll tell your business?
Ooh. Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, like keeping your enemies close, and I just think that is just trash behavior. If you break up with a friend and you go tell their deepest, darkest secrets, like that says something about you more so than it says something about me or anything that you're about to tell. Don't say nothing about me, though. Yeah. Don't do it. I just think, like, again, being a better friend, I think like they should teach classes on that in school, like, because it's hard for people to navigate. But real quick, one of my good friends and I went to friendship therapy.
That's a thing?
Yeah, we went to friendship therapy.
So you are a friendship expert, like I said.
Yeah, clearly. Actually, let me go ahead and claim my prize.
Yes.
Claim my badge of honor.
Was this your best friend? Like, how did y'all end up in therapy?
We went to therapy because we were just butting heads. We worked together. I
can't believe you didn't say this 20 minutes ago.
I know, I'm so sorry.
What?
This was going to be a little quickie. So, we went to friendship therapy. We talked out a lot of things there. We need to go back, but we did start the process.
Wow. Girl, that is deep. I have never heard of such.
And I was actually just very happy that she agreed to do it, that we agreed to do it. So it was your
idea?
It was my idea, of course. I was just like, we need therapy.
Wow.
Because to me, saying that you want to go to therapy with someone is saying that I don't want to lose this.
I value this
and
relationship.
I want to work on this. So that would be another suggestion for me. For you, sis, out there, don't think that therapy is just for your romantic partners. It can be for your friends as well.
Wow.
You can learn a lot in therapy together.
Have y'all been to therapy with your friends? Let us know in the comments.
Is
this
a
thing?
Is
that common?
Know.
Was your therapist shocked that y'all were showing up there?
She wasn't shocked, but she was like, she gave us a congratulations at the end. She was like, kudos to y'all.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that was just like a common thing.
Good job.
That is good.
Yeah, so I was happy about that.
Yeah. I love that for y'all. Yeah. So go to friend therapy. Yeah. Don't be like me. Don't go breaking up with everybody.
In conclusion, go to friend therapy.
In conclusion, find a therapist for you and your homegirl. Hopefully this was helpful, though. I think we did a good job. Great job, actually. Cheers.
Cheers to
a great job. Let us know down below, though, what would you like to hear about on an upcoming episode? And how should they send us their questions?
Ooh, should they DM us for now?
You can DM us for now.
Yeah.
So we'll make sure both of our Instagrams are tagged below. Yeah. DM us. Let us know if you have an Ask Auntie question so we can tell you. Auntie would never. Don't do it, baby. This has been
Dear Auntie.
Check us out on the next episode.
Bye-bye.